Hello. You know what, screw it. This is my first YouTube video. It's gonna be awkward, so we're rolling with it. My name is Zachariah. I need to stop doing hand signs. Anyway, I don't know why I decided to do it, but I have decided to do Flosstube. So this is what this is. This is my first ever Flosstube. Yay. But, as a result, I figure I should probably do kind of an introduction. I'm Zachariah. I'm 20. I am Canadian. And I'll be going back to school in September, so my activity probably won't be all that much. And I'm notorious for starting projects and then never finishing them, so this could be literally my only YouTube video. But you do what you do. And I have been cross-stitching for 7 years. So, not an insane amount of time, but not a small amount of time. And in recent years, I have gone from being a monogamous stitcher on literally only one project to, well, that's what that means, obviously. But I mean, over the years, it's been only one project, and I got bored of that. So I now have like 10. So I figure we can make this kind of a mini WIP parade, talk about future plans, and then, depending how this goes, I might make another one, and we'll go from there. But, for the WIP parade section of this, I figure, I'll kind of go chronological order. So the oldest one that I'm currently stitching on is this one. Because it's so old, I don't know the designer, the fabric, aside from the fact that I'm pretty sure it's 18 count, and I think I got the pattern for free off of a sketchy site, so it may have been stolen, but I started this, oh goodness, when I started this? That would be around the end of November in 2021, so it's been a while. It's got the original pattern. I might as well show you. But this is the pattern, and the original one didn't have the blue in the sky. It was just blank. I didn't realize that, and I accidentally did it blue. So my stitch count is a little bit inaccurate as a result of that, because my pattern keeper doesn't actually have the sky as stitches. But not counting the sky, it is, how many stitches in total? I'm not sure. Okay, well, let's just go for the actual pattern keeper, why don't we? It'll be 28,592 stitches, and I'm at just shy of 95%. Of that amount, not counting the sky again. I've been working in this bottom corner. The past few weeks I've done, I need to figure out cameras, but I've done all of this section here. And then I started in this top corner here. Worked my way to the side, then went down, worked my way to the side, and you can really tell that when you look at the back. I have gotten so much better over the years, it's kind of insane. But yeah, this is my first major project. It's not my first ever project. I don't have those here. I've given them away to people. But it is my first ever full coverage, to which I discovered an obsession. But yeah, it is huge for a first full coverage. It's pretty though. So for this one, I still have to do the back stitching. It's a gift from my grandma, and I'm hoping to get it done for her by this Christmas, so I'm kind of focusing on finishing the last 1,555 stitches here, and then doing the back stitching, along kind of the house. There's a little, where is it? There's a little, what is that? Bench? Yeah, there's a little bench around the boat. There's some other ones that aren't as prominent, but it's mostly just around this one main house here. Yeah, and that lives in probably my absolute favorite spot for any of my projects. Photo boxes from Michaels. Because I can't afford bags. They're gorgeous, but I can't afford them. So they live in boxes that are $5. This one is sharing its living space with my most recent fabric purchase. I'm so unorganized. You may learn this if I continue doing this, but gorgeous. It is Petrichor by Witch's Garden Crafts. It's an 18 count. It's for the Plants and Petrichor sale, which I have not managed to actually start yet because the U.S. Postal Service is really, really bad at international shipping. And it took it a month to get here. A little over a month, I think. I think I ordered it on the 7th of last month, and it didn't get here until the 17th or something. It took a long time, basically. So that's been fun. Anyway, speaking of Sal's, my next oldest is Deadly Aquarium by Lola Cross Stitch. I'm very far behind, as you can see. The most recent one, I think, is like, where is it? On this side? Outside of the aquarium. So, I'm behind. But I absolutely love my fabric. I got it from... oh goodness, what's his name? This is why I write things down. Thankfully I'm following him, so this should not take too long to track down for y'all. Stitchman Darcy on Etsy. He's got some pretty nice colors for fabric, but this is 18 count, and I believe he calls it Tangled in Blue, but it is gorgeous. I love it. It's been a delight to work with. This one, the pattern itself also is just adorable. I'm just getting stuck on the coral, because there's a lot of confetti stitches, and I don't really like reds and yellows. So, I got stuck. But once I'm done with my grandma's, I will power through and put some progress into this, I think. This one lives in just a kind of a green box, so it's not really worth showing. That one is kind of plain as well, but it is what it is. I believe the next one I started after Deadly Aquarium was actually my dragon, which I'm also going to have to look up the designer of, because I'm notorious for forgetting things. I need to start writing myself notes, I swear. Oh, that is not an English name. Nadezhda Gavrilenkova, I believe? I'm not good at anything not English. But the pattern itself is called Dance of Lake Depths, I think. And it's gorgeous. It's got koi, it's got a dragon. If I can figure out how to insert pictures, I'll figure out how to insert pictures. But it's a circular design, and I think it's this way. It is upright. And the dragon's head is about here. Somewhere here. And then it like coils a lot. There's fish around the outside. It's a bunch of gorgeous blues and oranges. And I love it. I haven't managed to work much on it recently, but I did manage to do my first ever blend in the top here, and gotta say, not as scary as I thought it'd be, but we shall see what other skills I try and am then terrified of for the rest of existence. I have to say, most of my projects have Pokemon needle minders, and they're so cute. I will find the Etsy artist who made these, and I will link her, because I got a bunch of them. I have to confess, I don't like Pokemon. My boyfriend does. Therefore, it has tangentially become a mild obsession, just because they're cute. But yeah, that is my Dance of Lake Depths, and it is honestly, probably my only circular design and my biggest, because it's a foot long across, technically a foot and a quarter. Foot and a quarter inch, not a foot and a quarter, foot. So it's huge, but realistically I think there's a couple other projects here that we're going to get into that are bigger. So, anyway, this is where we kind of lose the dates a little bit, because there's a couple here that I have that I didn't keep track of dates very well. So the first one is this guy, and it's a Book of Deadly Potions, I think. Oh gosh, what's her name? I'll find her name too. But I'm doing the border right now. I just have this one, not that one, this corner to finish, and then the outside border is done, and then I can start working on the book in terms of black. Anyway, but it's so small. I think I'm going to turn it into a pillow when it's done. This is done 2/2 on 40 count. This is the first one that I've shown you guys that I have deferred from 2/1 on 18. So, that's been fun. But yeah, this is looking really good so far. I'm loving it. And I forget which fabric this is. I know it's a Newcastle linen though. Oh, there's a sticker. I knew I put it somewhere. It is, yeah, 40 count Stormy Night Newcastle linen. I got it off of 123 Stitch when I first started exploring color options. I think this is the first non-oatmeal color I chose. And then just didn't stitch anything on it until I started stitching on this. That's the whole thing. But yeah, stitching that with a friend. My friend is stitching the book itself first, and then the frame outside of that after the fact, because that's how their brain works. And honestly, it's been really cool seeing the difference in how we approach it. But there was that. I know for a fact that this one's out of chronological order, but it's on top of everything else, so we're showing it anyway. But this is my first kit project, and I did not get very far into it. But also, that needle minder is so cute. Oh my god. It's been interesting changing up how many threads and using that as like a way of showing dimension. I've been enjoying that. Haven't made a whole lot of progress on it since I started it. Because again, panic stitching on my grandma's gift because I need to have it done by a certain time. I'm sure any stitchers know the feeling. But this is by Dimensions. It's one of the gold collections called Summer Bouquet. It is very pretty, and I bought it from a local stitching store. Honestly, like 5 minutes from my house. It's great. But I've only been there like 4 times. Anyway, now we get to the first of my cool boxes. It's like pretty. This is where my gift from my aunt lives. That being said, if you're watching this, stop. Anyway, I don't know why she would be, but just in case. That's how my thread lives. I bobbinated. If it's in a project, it goes in the project box. I dropped one, I'll pick it up later. But this one is just on 18 count oatmeal Ada, it looks like. Oh god, this thread is everywhere. But it is a Stardew Valley sampler. I forget who the person is again. You know what, I'm just gonna find and link everything. It'll make it easier. But yeah, this has been adorable. I think this is actually my first ever sampler. And it's been an adventure. I'm absolutely loving how it looks like lace on camera. More than in person, anyway. But yeah, right now I'm just working on getting the frame for the inner box done, and then I'm going to finish a couple, I think there's another fruit, and then another Junimo, potentially, or just another fruit, and then this one, I think it's just another fruit, and then the top gets repeated down here but mirrored, and then another corner. So this one is also a finish by Christmas, hopefully. It's small, it goes fast. it's fun. I'm enjoying it. But that goes in there. Now we're getting a little bit more back on track with when things were started. In this one. This one is called Old Kitchen. And it was my first foray into 28 count outside of a birthday gift from my brother. And it's got the cutest little needle biter, oh my god. It's a little mini cute. Look at it, it's so cute. But that is about halfway across, and it's just in the ceiling. But it's all 2/1 half stitch. And it's becoming my favorite way to stitch. I love it so much. It's so fun. But this was also, this was for sure my first foray into linen, which has been interesting, actually. It's been interesting. This is a DMC, I believe, 28 count linen, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm pretty sure I bought it at Michael's. Before I do, you could buy things elsewhere. This is not the way I had it folded, but that's fine. It's going in the box. I'll fix that later. Is that the second to last one, I think? That is the ones I'm actively working on. Yes, that is the second to last. Cool. And then the last one that has been started is, I believe, this one, which is Warm Witch, which has a story behind it, a little bit. One, this is 28 count easy count linen, I think. But it's a yard. It was my first time ever buying a yard. It was possible because a family member for my birthday gifted me a gift card. But the artwork itself, when I used to be into diamond painting, I really wanted the kit for this specific artwork. And then I stopped being into diamond painting like a month later. So that was no longer worth the money. But now I found it as cross stitch, and I have made some progress in the top corner there. There's where is it? Bookshelf on this side, and then here is like a vine of leaves that goes down, and it's huge. This is not even like a third, maybe a quarter of the way down. So I think this is going to be my biggest project. The Old Kitchen is 80,000 stitches. This one's 140,000 stitches. So this one's also being done on 28 count half cross. Just for my sanity, I cannot do that many full cross stitches. I'm not the kind of person who can manage that. But it lives in Northern Lights box, which is adorable because the side detailing is a tree line. I just feel like it fits the vibes of Warm Witch because she's holding tea and she has a cat. And it's just very like autumn, sitting out at the cabin vibes. I love it. Let's see if I can actually fit it back in here again. Oh my god. How did I do this the first time? Yeah, that one has only, I think, 2 colors that have been put into it so far, but I am so excited to do more of them. But those are all my whips. So my plans from now that you will potentially see me working on is a Mirabilia, my first ever, which I believe is what got me onto the idea of starting a YouTube channel, because I kind of want to document my process of going through it, or at least, better than pictures, document my, thoughts about my attempts on it. So the Mirabilia I'm doing is Mermaid of the Pearl, so I think, and it is stunning. And I have the fabric, and I have all the DMC, I have some of the beads, and I have the pattern. Was a lot of money because it's out of print, but I have the pattern. And so I will be starting that shortly. even if it's just a couple stitches. I'm starting that soon, and I'm so very excited. I don't think I've ever been more excited for a cross-stitch pattern, to be honest, because it is stunning. So that is my next immediate plan. I'm also going to be figuring out and then stitching a pattern for the same friend that I was doing the Book of Deadly Potions for, because they're a great friend. And we'll be going from there. At some point, I had bought... that had my name on it. Oh well. I had bought these variegated flosses, the 111 and the 53, to potentially do some ink circles with. Because I already have some, but then I also have 10 of each in here. I think I have like 3 other skeins of 111 because it's beautiful. Love it. It reminds me of marigolds, which might actually be the name of it now that I'm thinking about it, but marigolds are my favorite flower. And it's ironic because I hate yellows, and I don't like oranges, and I don't like reds. I like cool tones. So the fact that my favorite flower comes almost exclusively in warm tones is blasphemy, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I think that's everything that I'm going to cover for my first. I don't know if I'll attempt editing this or if I'll just upload it as is and then learn how to edit at a later date if I decide to keep doing this, but thank you for joining me. Feel free to subscribe if you feel like it. Leave a comment if you got anything you want to say. I will read all of them. I do that for YouTube videos that aren't even mine, so don't worry, you'll get a response. I'm 100% open to conversations with people. If you want to see intermittent updates about my cross-stitch that is somewhat kept up with, even if my YouTube is not, my Instagram is Sakurai Stitches, same as the YouTube channel I'll be uploading this onto, and I'll probably have it linked. And that WIP's update is wrong, oh my god. But, yeah, thank you for bearing with my awkwardness and watching until now, and I hope you have a lovely day, night, whatever time of day it is for you. Thank you.